Have you ever stopped to think that time is the only adversary that not even the greatest geniuses in history can outmaneuver? Pause. But what we are about to see in 2026 defies all the laws of biology and sport. The world is preparing for the sporting funeral of a generation that made us cry and smile for 20 years. But these guys aren't coming to North America for a stroll or to receive a farewell tribute. They're coming to prove that the crown still belongs to the kings. And I guarantee you, what I've discovered about the physical preparation of these veterans is simply surreal for any ordinary athlete. Stop and think with me. What motivates a man like Pepe to want to enter the field in a World Cup at 43 years of age? In my opinion, the Portuguese defender isn't human. He's a rock that refuses to crack. And alongside him, we'll have the greatest obsessive in the history of sport, Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll arrive in 2026 at 41 years old. And if you think he'll be on the bench watching, it's because you don't know CR7. He's training at the highest levels. Inhuman to be the first player in history to score goals in 6 different World Cups. That's not just football. It's the pursuit of immortality. And I confess I was shocked to see that he still maintains the body fat percentage of a 20-year-old. But hold on. The list of immortals only gets better. Luka Modric, the Croatian maestro, will conduct his last symphony at 40 years old. Can you imagine the game intelligence of a guy who has seen everything football has to offer and still manages to run 12 kilometers per match? And what about Mexico, which will have the eternal Guillermo Ochoa also in his 40s? It seems that time stops every time he puts on the gloves in a World Cup. The guy becomes an insurmountable wall. And this is where the story gets even more exciting, because on the other side of the border, we will have Lionel Messi, the genius of Argentina, who will reach 39 years old defending the title of world champion and attempting what nobody believed was possible: a second consecutive championship to end his career at the top of Olympus. If you breathe World Cup like me and feel the weight of history every time these names take the field, you need to be on this channel, so subscribe now, because here at Pure World Cup, we honor the legends and bring you the behind-the-scenes stories that nobody tells you. We spend hours analyzing every detail of this final dance, so you don't miss a single second of history. Just think about what the Uruguayan locker room will be like with Luis Suarez still biting for every inch of the field at 39 years old, or Germany entrusting the goalposts to the legendary Manuel Neuer, who has also crossed the 40 mark. These guys are the last survivors of a romantic era of football where the shirt weighed heavily and talent decided everything with a shout. What nobody told you is that these 8 players set up true high-performance clinics in their homes. They invested millions in cryogenic recovery technology and molecular diets, all to ensure their bodies can withstand the rigors of the most intense World Cup of all time. In my opinion, the experience of these veterans will be the X factor of the 2026 World Cup. In a tournament with so many teams and so many games, a captain who has experienced every possible pressure is what separates champions from amateurs. They are the teachers on the field, teaching the 18-year-olds how to win a tactical war. I imagine the silence that will take over the stadiums when the final whistle blows in the last game of each of these legends. It will be the end of a golden era that may never be repeated. The 2026 World Cup will be the stage for the greatest collective farewell in the history of the sport. And I want to know from you which of these 8 veterans you think will still be an undisputed starter and who will only be there to lead the group. Does Cristiano Ronaldo still have what it takes? Or should he give way to the younger players? And Messi, will he be able to handle the physical pace of the United States? Comment below now, because I want to see the fight between the fans of each legend ignite. Pure World Cup is made by passionate people like you, and your opinion is what moves our community towards the biggest event on the planet. See you in the next video with more exclusive revelations about the behind the scenes of the 2026 World Cup. End.